Richard Engelbert, he was another one. He was outgoing. He hung around with Billy Neely and Gene Wigg. So they had their group.
Keith Griffin, he was smart. Out of all our class, everybody was just a mid-American. We didn't have any doctors, lawyers, scientists, nothing prestigious.
And then Keith Griffin, he was class president, and he was very outgoing. Richard Garcia, yeah, he was a lot of fun. I used to see him every once in a while through the years. But
Albert Hoffman, we're good friends. He and his wife and we meet at least once a month.
Loretta Johnson, I still see her quite a bit. She was outgoing. She was a lot of fun.
Joyce Appeline, she was quiet. She was a nice, quiet girl, but very quiet, a little distant. And then after we got married, we got to be friends.
She was rather quiet, more or less kept to herself somewhat, and I didn't really know her that well.
For visitation, Kim was a nice guy, very friendly. And he and Al were both sheet metal workers.
Ken Tomeko, we used to hang around together all the time, in school, out of school, and through the years we've always been, he's probably one of my best friends.
Gene Wigg, he was a riot. He was one of those kids that when it was not fashionable to strip. But he was fun.
Bob McFedrin, we hung around together in school and after school because our birthdays and that were on the same date. I still see him quite often.
Joyce Kuchenmeister, she's still in the area someplace. I saw her at the class reunion last year. And I think she might have been valedictorian. She and Beverly Tessmer were very smart. They were like valedictorian and salutatorian.
Bill Chop, he was more or less a class clown. He was always, he had something. He was crazy. He always had something going. He was quite a character.
Bill Chop was a lot of fun. He was kind of a comedian, somewhat.
Darren Lee, he played sports, and he was a nice kid, quiet.
Terry Foss, I liked him. I knew him even after he got to be an adult. You know, after he got grown and stuff, we'd always talk whenever we met, always.
Terry Foss, he played a lot of sports and that. It was a lot of fun.
And Carol Warren was another good friend because we took tap dancing lessons together. From the time we were about 12 till we were about 16, 17. About 11, I'd say about 11 to about 17.
Paul Matthews, he played football, sports. He was sort of a clown too. It was a lot of fun. Jesse Hernandez, he came later on in our class. He went to school in Mexico and then he came here and went through high school again.
This is my best friend, right here. Shirley Tucker, Lowell Ulrich. Shirley Tucker, she lives in, she was a lot of fun. She's a redhead. We were good friends. She had a nice personality. We used to do a lot of things together.
Shirley Tucker, we went together through high school. So, a few years in high school. So I knew her fairly well. Clifford Schroeder, we used to call him Hammer. Got that in shop class, the name. Used to go to games and that with him once in a while. Haven't seen him in a few years now.
Marion Kotler, I liked her. She died young too. She died young. Because I remember, I think she moved like to California or someplace after graduation. I never did see her again after graduation.
Darryl Belkey, He was more outgoing. We hung around together at times after school and stuff. So, and then later on, after he got out of school, well, I never too much